Girl, you're pretty, got love written on it. It's for the times you ain't feeling like you worth it. You're so perfect and I know we're just searching to find something. You ain't gotta cry, girl, you're okay. Every time the world tells you no way, it's a secret that I know. You're so perfect inside love. Oh, 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 yeah.
Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Nicole, the creator behind It's Nicole Created, and today we're going to be making these beautiful snow globe decorations, and I'm using all products that I found at the Dollar Tree with the few little trinkets I already had. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Here's a list of all the items that you will need. We're going to go ahead and go through all of them individually. So the first thing you're going to need is 3 of the small fishbowl shaped glasses from the Dollar Tree. The next thing you're going to need is 3 of these candlestick holders. You can use any of the candlestick holders that Dollar Tree carries, but you want to make sure you have 2 different sizes. So we're going to use 2 of the candle holders to be the same size, the shorter ones that Dollar Tree offers, and then the tallest size that they offer. Another thing we're going to need is some ornaments, and we're going to use the pair of ornaments that the Dollar Tree sells that are shaped like Christmas trees with the little bell hanging at the bottom. We are going to make this the center focal point of our globes, and we'll also use these miniature sets of Christmas trees that come in the cobblestone miniature setups. So you can use whatever Christmas trees you want to use, but we're going to go ahead and show you how to use both of those today. And the ornaments are really nice. They come in a pair, and they also come in 3 different colors: the green, the silver, and the red. They're really, really nice, and they already come with a star on them, but for this size globe, it's a little tall, so we'll be taking them off. But if you wanted to keep them on, you can just use a larger fish bowl if you'd like. You're also going to need a small pack of the little bottle brush Christmas trees that Dollar Tree sells. I didn't have any gold glitter on hand today, so I'm going to go ahead and use glitter nail polish. I will also use these makeup sponges as well as the round sponges to paint the snow onto the globes. You're also going to take a bag of the white sand that you can find in the floral section at the Dollar Tree, as well as some Epsom salt. I also have these tiny little ornaments that I had from a small Christmas tree that I got at a local thrift store, but you can use any miniature size items you like. Like I said, the Dollar Tree has many. They have the cobblestone miniature scenery items that you can fill up your globe with so that you can create whichever type of scene you would like. I just happen to use the items that I already had on hand. To place these items, I'm going to use my Cricut tweezers, and you're also going to need a hot glue gun or whatever your favorite glue is, such as E6000, Gorilla Glue, even super glue gel from the Dollar Tree works just fine, but I'm going to use hot glue for the sake of the video. It dries a whole lot faster, and also I want to take this apart later so I can use these for another DIY later in the year, so I'm going to use hot glue because it's easy to pull off of the glass and reuse. Okay, and I'm trying to mix things up a little bit, so instead of using my Waverly White chalk paint, I'm going to use the Crystal Waverly chalk paint. I'm going to use that. It has a little bluish grayish tint to it, so it seems a little bit more realistic for a snowy night or evening. And it's also going to go better with the rest of my decor than the bright white that comes from the Waverly chalk paint. You can use either one that you want. You could even use a bottle of snow spray from Walmart. However, if this is a project that you want to keep and use again for the next year, then I would not use the bottle of spray snow because it kind of rubs off and is not intended to be permanent. You're also going to need 3 of the new LED hanging lamps that they now have at the Dollar Tree. So these went really quickly at my Dollar Tree, so I suggest if you can't find them in store, you can also order them online. I will link that link below if I could find it. You can order them, I believe, in a set of 24. The lamps come in silver and gold, and we're just going to go ahead and take the bulb off. They come apart just like a removable, like you remove a light bulb. So we're going to actually just use the twinkle lights and the top of the hanging lamp. Now that you have all of your items, we're going to go ahead and put everything together. So the first thing we're going to do is apply the paint to half of the globe or the vase, and we're going to give it a snow effect on the back of the globes. I wanted to make sure that I had a perfect view window in the front, so it makes like a focal point directing your eyes to the scene that I want to put together inside of the globes. I'm going to put the paint a little more than halfway around the globe so that, again, you have a little area where you're just looking directly into this little scene, and you'll see when I get done. I use the makeup sponge to apply a good amount of the paint, and then I'm going to use my circle sponge to blend it together. You could actually use maybe a beauty blender if you'd like, or anything that you want, but I recommend this circle sponge applicator. I'm going to use the 1/2 inch small one so that way I can blend it and it fades or ombres into the background really well. And you don't really want to just use the makeup sponge because it makes little square rectangle sharp edges, and you want it to blend really well. So I used a few different sponges, and the circle sponge applied it the best, and you eliminate any lines, and you're able to, again, blend it very well and make it look more natural, like natural snow. I also added a small amount of the paint around the top front of the globe, so that way it kind of, again, encloses that focal point, almost as if you're looking through a window that has a little snow that fell on the top as well. So that's what I was doing. Now I'm going to let these 3 set to the side while they dry, and I'm going to prepare everything that I'm going to put inside of them. Now that we're done painting our globes and everything has dried, I'm going to go ahead and fill them with the snow and everything. But one thing I do want to say is I should have glued the bases to them before I filled them. So make sure that you glue your candlesticks to the bottom first, which you'll see later on. So I went ahead and I filled them with sand and Epsom salt in equal portions. So one way to measure that, you can say that 1 bag of the Dollar Tree sand will spread equally between the 3 bowls. And then add the same amount of Epsom salt as you did sand to the bowl. This is totally customizable. You can put as much snow or as little snow as you desire. If you didn't want to fill it with anything, like any of the miniature items we're going to add, you can very well put a candle or anything else, and it'll still look really amazing. So just so you know, the reason why I'm using Epsom salt and sand is because when you blend them, it looks really icy and nice, like real snow. But also because the Dollar Tree that is closest to me has little foam ball types of snow. It ran out of the other one. So I'm just doing it with the sand and the Epsom salt. And again, I really like how this works out. And again, I could use this for another DIY. So now is the time where you can be really creative and do whatever theme that you want to customize the display of your globe. So the first thing that I'm going to do after adding the sand, I'm going to put the main piece in, which is the Christmas tree. I'm going to use 2 different Christmas trees. Of course, the ornaments, as I said, and the miniature Christmas tree that comes with the cobblestone corner miniature village packages, so that you can see both looks. So what I do with these ornaments is I remove the star from the top, and I use my wire cutters to cut off a little bit of the extra that is pointing up, because it's really high, because the star on top is really big. So I just want to cut a small piece off of it, and then I'm going to use my glue gun, and I'm going to glue a little ball on top of it. The reason I'm going to put this little ball of glue on top is, one, to cover the pointy part of the wire that is sticking up, but also I'm going to use it as my base to add my glitter. And in this case, I'm going to use my nail polish because I didn't have any gold glitter on hand. So now that I put the glue, I'm going to go ahead and put that to the side and let that dry, and then I'm going to do the same thing again to all of the Christmas trees that I'm going to use. And I'm also going to alternate colors of the Christmas trees. Don't forget to remove the bell that hangs off the bottom of the Christmas tree as well, but you're not going to clip any of the extra that's there remaining, because you're going to use that to wedge it into your snow. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in my little tiny ornaments that can go around the tree, and add my little brush trees as well to fill it up and get the scene to be whatever it is that you desire. You can decorate it exactly how you want. But we're going to go ahead and go to the next step, which is we're going to remove the light bulb, the plastic light bulb, from the hanging lamp. And you'll see that you'll just have the little twinkle lights hanging attached. So either you can just bunch them up at the top and put them really close to the lamp itself so that you can't see it, but it'll light up your globe. Or what I thought was really cool, which is why I chose the trees that I did, is that I could wrap the twinkle lights around the Christmas tree to make it look like the Christmas tree actually has Christmas lights on it. The only thing is, you'll have to be careful when you put it back into your globe. You're definitely going to want to use your tweezers when putting it back so that you have enough room to put it down and also close your globe without it messing up anything. Now I'm using rubbing alcohol to wipe down my glass candle holders because I'm going to attach glue to them, so you want to make sure there's no fibers or anything there. Again, I would glue them together before you fill them up. I did it backwards, but let's go ahead. So you're going to apply the glue around the top of the candlesticks, and then you're going to stick them directly to the bottom of your globes. You can use, again, E6000, Gorilla Glue, whatever type of glue you want to do. I'm just using hot glue because I'm going to take this part later. Now that you've glued all three together and your candlesticks are all dried and everything, it's time to assemble by putting the tallest one in the middle and the shorter ones on the side. And if you want it to do 3 different heights, you can just get the 3 different sizes, again, of the candle holders that they sell at the Dollar Tree. You could also decorate by putting a ribbon around the bottom, whatever you desire, but I think that they look really cute just like this, very simple and very creative. Now, if you didn't want to put it on the candlesticks, you could just put it on top of maybe a upside down cup, or if you just wanted to use that and put it on your mantle or without the candlesticks, that is totally customizable as well. So I just wanted to share these little globes with you. It was something that came to mind when I saw the little miniature scenery items at the Dollar Tree, and I'm really excited to share this with you. This is my very first DIY video, and I hope you really liked it. So please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe, and share this video with your fellow crafters, and hit that notification bell so that you know every time that I post a video, and know that you are perfect just as you are. Oh, and if you have any DIY requests, please go ahead and leave them in the comment box below, along with any suggestions, and tell me if you have any ideas about anything else that we could put here in these globes.